Welcome to the third episode of Rodin Pass, Challenging the Baron. In this episode, we've got 4 main goals. First, we'll expand the economy and collect our first taxes. With that money, we will hire mercenaries when the Baron tries to claim our lands, and we will defeat him. The third objective is to boost the food production because the city keeps growing fast and we will need a lot of food to sustain it. And our final goal for today is to reach 100 inhabitants. And all of this while Mozart's Symphony No. 14 plays in the background. He composed over 600 works in just 35 years of life, while I've made like 20 YouTube videos. In the previous episode we crushed the bandits, now it's time to bury their bodies. Since bow production is going great, we will start selling the surplus. We're also expanding our resource industry. We will start extracting clay and exporting it right away to generate more regional wealth. We add a few more vegetable gardens, which will start producing surplus within a year. We will export them too, since we really need more income. However, we will keep 50 vegetables in reserve to avoid food shortages, as food is the foundation of growth. We are expanding and slightly reorganizing the stables. You should never run low on oxen, essential for resource gathering and construction, or on horses, which make trade posts much more efficient by allowing more goods to be transported. As you can see, we still don't have too many families, so we will keep reassigning them from time to time to boost production and help build new structures. Let's keep designing this part of the city. The outer area will host new houses, while the inner zone will be used for new workshops. It's an ideal spot since the workshops will be close to the storehouses, reducing hauling time. We will build a bloomery and a forge to refine iron and later produce spears and crossbows, our future army's main weapons. A few more gardens, which will mean more surplus and more exports. Now we're building a second trade post, because export volume is rising and we will need the extra capacity. We buy another horse here to improve the trade post efficiency. We're building the weaver workshop already, although we won't use it just yet. We're also building the clay kiln, which is important as roof tiles are valuable for export and necessary for upgrading buildings like the church. Let's import a bit of iron ore to refine it and craft a few tools we will need soon. And with that, we've already reached over 400 in regional wealth, and we have more than 120 in treasury, enough to hire the mercenaries we will need. Goal achieved. And here it is, the Baron's territorial claim. Since we still don't have much militia, just archers, we will make up for it by hiring the best melee mercenaries we can get. That's exactly what we need. Ideally, we should be able to keep them for a couple of months, but we're slightly short on money. So we will stop importing iron and raise taxes a bit to gather some extra coin, just in case. But if we fight well, we will defeat the Baron in less than 30 days and won't need the extra time. Let's go. We place a front line with 2 mercenary infantry units and keep the archers behind. We also leave a 3rd infantry unit ready to flank. The Baron made a mistake with these archers, and of course we will take advantage of that. We pull back just in time to avoid getting flanked. And now we will use a few maneuvers to slowly surround the enemy. This mercenary unit is a bit outnumbered, so we will make it fall back, and we will support it with some archers flanking the enemy. Then we close in with the other mercenary infantry unit. It's a bit of a chaotic fight, but we've gained a clear advantage. Some of their units are starting to flee. And here we earn our first victory against the Baron. Objective complete. We dismiss the mercenaries and try to soften the approval penalty caused by the corpses left after the battle. For example, we will lower the taxes for a while. As you can see, eventually the corpses disappear, even if you don't bury them. Ideally, we would have buried them, but that would have meant reassigning many families from critical jobs, and this time I chose not to. While we wait for approval to recover, we will optimize the economy a bit more. We start to export some roof tiles to boost income. Approval is back over 50%, so population will start growing again soon. So let's make sure they've got homes to move into. I want to build 3 houses with large backyards here, so we can add more gardens, but the steep slope makes it tricky. After quite a few attempts, I finally found a layout that works. In this space we've marked out, we will place the first large orchard that will produce apples in the future. We see how the church upgrade is finishing, giving us an even bigger approval boost. Now we check the market and we see that its distribution capacity is maxed out, so we're adding one more worker to the granary and the storehouse. Here, for some reason, I decided this stretch of road wasn't pretty enough, so I spent several minutes rebuilding it, to make it look almost the same. Great success! Now that I'm happy with the area, I'm laying out the orchards that will someday produce hundreds of apples. A few more chickens here and there. The approval penalty from the corpses is still quite noticeable, so I'd rather not raise the taxes just yet. We assign a third worker to the church to get the maximum approval bonus. We should have done that earlier. Now that those backyards are ready, we unlock apple trees and plant them in all of them. This will massively increase our food production, especially in 3 years once the trees reach full productivity. To finish off our food expansion, we will build these 3 extra gardens, and with that we will have plenty of food to support the city growth for years. Goal complete. And finally, for our last goal in this episode, we will keep developing the city until we reach 100 inhabitants. In this level 2 bargage plot, we will build an assembly workshop to start crafting shields for our future spearmen. Eventually, we want to stop relying on mercenaries and beat the Baron with our own army. We expand the well. We select large shields, the ones used by spearmen, that definitely are one of the best units in the game thanks to their great defensive capabilities. Now that approval has stabilized, we can raise taxes a bit. Here, once again, I lost it a little and thought this road was not in the correct angle, so I fixed it. And now it's finally time to plan the central market of the city, a market worthy of Rodin Pass, not that sad little temporary market we built at the start. As you can see, lots of trial and error until I found a layout I liked. These corner plots will be used for future gardens. Gardens don't exist yet in Manor Lords, but we can simulate them using flax fields, that when in bloom, they look quite nice. In a future episode, we will focus on beautifying the city, and you will see it turns out really well. Shield production is going great, we already have 21, but without spears they're useless, so we will import iron ore again to make them. We build a few more houses in this central area and orient them in different directions to break up the symmetry and rigidity in the design a little bit. As I mentioned before, I like orderly designs, but not too much. This is finally starting to look like a real city, but it's not even 10% of what I have planned for Rodin Pass. And here it comes, our settler number 100. Last objective complete. And with that, we've defeated the Baron in his first attempt to take our city, and we have improved its development now with already 100 inhabitants. In the next episode, the Baron will try again to claim our lands, but we'll be even more prepared. We will also focus on growing the economy even more to sustain a huge city and gather the resources needed to fortify the valley from end to end. So, what did you think about the city's progress in this episode? If you've got any ideas or suggestions, I would love to read them in the comments. See you in the next one.